Breaking news from Rabotino. In the evening, the Ukrainian army admits the loss of part of its positions in the Rabotino direction as a result of the offensive of the Russian armed forces that began last Saturday. Fighting continues for Rabotino itself. The Ukrainian army continues to bring existing reserves into battle to maintain the situation. The Ukrainian armed forces retreated back behind the Surovikin line on the Rabotinsky ledges. In the summer, as part of the counter-offensive, the Ukrainian armed forces captured the village of Rabotino in the Zaporozhye region, creating a protrusion of about 10 by 10 kilometers in the middle of Russian positions. They partially overcame the first fortifications of the defensive Surovikin line, including the concrete Dragon's Teeth, recalls Julian Ropke. Recently, Russian troops launched a counterattack on Rabotino in order to eliminate the bulge and push the last Ukrainian units back behind the Surovikin line. Ukrainian drone footage indicates that Russian forces have recaptured all previously constructed sections of the Surovikin line, or otherwise the Teeth of the Dragon, which were lost during the Ukrainian counter-offensive in the Zaporozhye region last summer. The analyst writes and publishes a map of Russian advances. Previously, Ukrainian experts also wrote about the advance of Russians in the Rabotino area. Russian troops continue to strike enemy rear targets and military infrastructure, as well as push through defenses on several sectors of the front. Near Bakhmut, the Russian armed forces have latched onto the eastern outskirts of Krasny and are advancing into the populated area. Artillery is operating in neighboring Chasiv Yar and other enemy-occupied settlements. After the loss of Avdiivka, the enemy retreated to neighboring villages, where the Russian armed forces tried to enter in a swoop. Now there are battles for Listoshkino. According to some reports, the Russian armed forces also managed to enter Severno. On the Orekhovsky sector of the front, fighting is taking place in the center of Rabotino. The Russian armed forces are trying to drive the enemy out of the village. There are battles for strongholds near Kapani and northwest of Verbovoy.